Hello everyone, I'm Nehal from WsCubeTech, and in this video we are going to write a Python program about you need to just accept a list from the user and you need to remove the duplicate elements from that list. Okay, so as you can just see the problem statement over here at your computer screen over here, that you need to write a Python program to remove duplicate from a list of strings. So it can be a list of strings or it can be a list of numbers as well. Okay, so no need to worry about that. But what we need to do is we just need to remove these duplicate elements from our list over here. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to just accept a list from the user. So in order to do that thing, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to ask that in a particular list, how many total elements a user wants to enter. So say that, for example, if I just say that we'll just take the input over here. So I will just say enter the elements, or I can just say that enter the total number of elements you want inside your list. That's it. You want inside your list. All right, fine. And what I will simply do is I will just put this inside a variable name. So that say that I just call this as n over here. Okay, so I have just taken this input from the user and I will just do a type conversion over here. Okay, so I will just make this as int over here. Okay, because in the next step I need to just make use of this range, and this range can only work in case when a particular string is the user input is a number. All right, and what I will simply do is I will just take a L over here, a empty list over here. Okay, and I'm just going to make use of this range. So I will just say that for any variable, okay, so for I in range over here, and I will just say that let this range go till the user input over here. Okay, so this will just go till the user input over here. And what I want to do over here is that at each input I just want to accept a element from the user. All right, so I'm just going to say that input, and I'll just say that enter the element. All right, so a user is going to enter the element over here. I will just store this inside a variable name, that is ELE over here, and I will do the type conversion itself also over here. Okay, so this would be my integer over here. So I'm just taking the element from the user and I'm just putting it inside my element. And what I need to do over here is that I need to just put this element inside my that empty list over here. So in this I need to put it over here. And we have a method for that purpose. Okay, so I'm just going to say that L dot append over here. And what I need to append? I need to append this element over here. Okay, so this particular method, it belongs to this list over here with respect to the list. And what this method does is whatever the element would be there, it will just put the at the end of your list over here. Okay, so at the end we are just going to get this list over here, okay, with the user's input. So I'm just going to say that print, and I will just say that my list, and I will just say this variable, pass this variable L over here. Okay, so this L is nothing but at the end I will get this list of elements over here. All right, now what I need to do over here is that I will just simply run this thing over here. Okay, so what I will simply do is it says that enter the total elements you want. So say for example I just want 4 over here. Okay, and I will just say that suppose that 12, then I'm again giving a 12, then I just give 34 over here, and I give this 45. Okay, so see I got this list over here. Okay, so this is my 12, 12, 34, 45. Now what I need to do over here is that I just want to remove this duplicate elements over here. Now how can I achieve that thing over here? So we know that in case of set, okay, so in case of this set data type, what happens that it's an unordered list over here, and we know that it doesn't accept its duplicate values over here. So what I will simply do is I will just convert this my list into set over here. And how I'm supposed to do that thing? So what I will simply do is I will just call this set method, and inside this I will pass my L over here, that is my list. Okay, and I will just store this inside a variable name. So call this as this is my, I will just call this as non-duplicate. Okay, so I've just stored this inside a variable that is non-duplicate, and at the last what I will do is I will just simply print this non-duplicate. Okay, and I'm just going to run this thing. Okay, so suppose that I just want 4 elements inside my list, and if I just give 12, 12 and 34 and 45. Okay, now you can see that it has just converted that my list into a set, and you can just observe that it has just removed this duplicate elements from my list over here. All right. All right, so this is how you can just remove the duplicate elements over here. All right. Now, what if now this was in case of the numbers, right? And our problem statement says that it can be a list of string as well. All right. So what we can do simply over here is that I need a type conversion as int over here because I would be requiring this inside my range over here. But over here, I can just remove this int. Okay. So let this input, that is the element which I'm just accepting from the user, let this be as a string itself. Okay. So what I will simply do is I will just remove this type conversion int over here. So let it be my string over here. So this particular, if it just accepts a number over here, okay, so that would be considered as a string over here. Okay, so I'm just going to run this thing over here. And let's say that my list can have a string as well. So suppose say that I just give it as a 4 over here. I will enter element as say WsCubeTech over here. Okay, another thing again, I will just write the same thing, that is WsCubeTech. Then I just mention this as V2R over here. Okay, and the last element I will just give it as, suppose that in the last element again I just give it a WsCubeTech over here. All right, and you can see that I got this list over here. So this is WsCubeTech, WsCubeTech V2R, then WsCubeTech, and at the end I got that duplicate elements removed from my list. So I am just having this V2R and WsCubeTech, and you can see this position have changed over here. It's because we know that in particular set over here it is an unordered list. Okay, so elements don't have any ordered over here, and that's the result over here. So this works with the string as well. Okay, so just we need to remove this int over here. So now if you just give it a numeric value over here, okay, so suppose that I just run this thing once more time, and if I just give it a 4 over here, and now if I just say that let it just 1 1, and let's take this as w and w. All right, and you can see that now you can just observe this. Now this accepts my numeric value as well as my strings over here also. Okay, and in Python we know that a single character is treated as a string over here. Okay, so you can just see that it has just removed this duplicate elements over here. Okay, so this is how you just write your logic for this purpose. So we have achieved this logic, like in order to just remove this duplicate elements from our list. Okay, so in our list there can be a string values or a numeric values, or it can be a combination of both, and we have achieved that goal over here. Okay, by just simply converting that particular list into the set. Okay, and that would just remove this duplicate elements because set doesn't allows repeated values over it. All right, so this is all about like how we can just achieve this code over here, this logic over here. Okay, so if you just like this video, so hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video.